I just heard a story that reminded me of the one I had told you, the vision they gave me of that girl doing all these deep dives. Like when I was telling you, I think that was part of that series of like how it's like in religion they teach you like this is hell on earth and then you get to heaven, right? Like it's that idea. Oh God, it was more than that. What was it? Was it's like I talked about how like the greatest creative outlet, it's like when you get to the other side. It's like when you go through that hell, but then when you break free of it, like when you learn the lesson, when you see the problem, when you see the tie, the lie, the chain, the whatever, and you break through it, you're like, oh my God, right? So then it's like such a great, creative outlet to channel all that out. And the story though that I just heard was something like, somebody intentionally doing that. That's why it reminded me of that vision they'd given me where it felt very intentional that she kept diving into all that emotions, right? All those deep wells and of heartache or potential real pain, but it was to get to the gold of the other side. It's like, well, but you can be happy right here, right now. You don't have to go through the hell to get to heaven, right? Like that's not how that works, but we sure have fed that bullshit rhetoric, haven't we? And the way I heard this story, though, the take I was taking on it, how I was interpreting it was this person in this story was doing that too, but in a different way. Like they were intentionally going into hell. I know that sounds the same, but it was different. It was like they were faking it. Thank you. They weren't authentic. It was like, let's just use relationships. I feel like that is going to be an easier one for me to explain because that's kind of how they're showing it right now, where, some people, like I'll walk into a relationship with my heart open, on my sleeve, transparent, wanting it to work, being vulnerable, but also knowing like, oh, this could eat me alive. I'm going to get chewed up and spit out. But I'm going to give it my best shot. And it's like, know that I'm coming from good, pure intentions. And it is like walking in with your eyes wide open, like knowing that this could be phenomenal or this could tear you to shreds. And, but either way, it's a win-win because you know how to channel that energy, right? Like that idea. It's a similar idea where the story I just heard, similar idea, but no. It was like they used it as their craft. Like they curated, they created scenarios that appeared to be, it's like, I don't know what how to verbalize what you're showing. It's like they curate these scenarios. It's like setting people, it's like catfishing. Sorry. That's a good word for it. Isn't that what people do when they like pretend they're somebody they're not to lure you in? I think that's what that term means. If not, that's what I mean. I mean that they're setting up it's like love bombing. It's like they're telling you what you want to hear. They set up this scenario so it seems magical. It's this whole situation only to then, it's like they know they're going to eventually break that person's heart. They know they're going to pull out. They just, they're doing it for their craft. They're doing it to see how it plays out. And then they'll use that play out for their work, for their art. And it's like, oh, you were never, but they want to keep it alive and going in that they want to play the martyr. They want to play like, oh, I saved you from me because my life is just chaotic or it's just Eeyore or it's whatever. Like they're so like pathetic, but they want the other person like devastated over them, also thinking that the other person missed out. It's like, you missed out on nothing. It was all a facade. It was all fake. And it was not real. It was not authentic love. But it's more than that. It's like the person doing it for their craft, trying to curate bullshit so that they can say they've had so many loves of their life and they never worked out. Like they want to look like some what do they want to look like? What's the word for that? It's like they want to be some charmer or something, but they're never themselves. They're never real. They're never raw. They've never been themselves. They've always worn a mask. It's like they've always put on a show, so they don't even know how it feels to truly fall in love, to truly be themselves, to truly go all in, to truly let go, to truly live in love. So it's like you haven't had a lifetime of heartbreaks and lovers and romances. You've had a lifetime of shows and acting and bullshit that was never real, never authentic. It's why it's crumbled. It's amounted to a bunch of fucking nothing, sand through your hand. And so it's like it's like fake stories. And it's like the regurgitation of the same fake story, more or less. It's not real. Can you hear that? It's like so cheap. It's so but at the same time, it somewhat angers me that this person is, and they are showing it, depicting it as this big male. At the same time, it's also very, very sad, right? Like desiring something so much, but too scared to go get it. So they fake it. They half-ass it. They attempt to make it appear to others that they got what they truly wanted, yet never have it. And never did. It's like they're lying not only to everyone around them and involved with them, but more importantly, they're lying to themselves. Like they're shortchanging themselves. They're stabbing themselves in the heart. They're missing out. It's so sad. It's so sad. Yet at the same time, we can all relate, right? We've all worn a mask. We've all been scared. It is scary. It's scary to be raw and real and vulnerable in yourself and authentic, especially in every moment, but especially with somebody you want to do that with. Just fascinating how I was hearing it, interpreting it. I think what I'm still grappling with is I still can't feel if this, like I can't feel if this person has this deep underlying sadness because it's still the act of the sadness to play into the bullshit storyline of the fake life he wants to pretend is real. Or if the deep sadness is the only authentic thing because he knows he's fake and hasn't been real for a minute of his life. And so like the fact that he has given away his entire life to some story that was never real is the ultimate sadness. And I don't know if that is the hit, because it does feel like, but again, I can't tell if that is even authentic. It's like, I don't know that there's a real bone in this person's body. He might be a full-on robot. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like maybe it's the idea of like the boy who cried wolf, right? Or is it it's like he's so familiar with the lying that he believes his own lies. It's like a pathological liar. Isn't that what they call it? Like they have gotten to a place and space where it is so in them. It is so... Sorry. It really is like gross. It's, I think because it's so like, it's so sticky in there. It's thick. It is like a thick, you know how like sometimes they'll show me other people's brains where it's like foggy, it's cloudy, it's sticky. This isn't that. This is thick. It's not only sticky, but it's more than sticky, and it's thick. It's like, I don't know, I forget the name of this stuff they're showing me. It's like slime. But it's dense too, and that you can't even see through it. It's not fog. You can't see through it. And it's so thick and layered. It is who they have become. They have become the lie they have created. It's like they have cheated themselves out of the option of ever being who they really are. Does that happen? I mean, I guess that happens. Of course that happens. But I mean, like, it's like they're showing, remember the vision they showed me where the boy had become a statue and he couldn't, it's the only thing he could do was bust from the inside out. And so he would have to really start to get to know himself and love himself and accept himself and like go through that hell of ripping down the statue and letting people see the real, raw, authentic him, which of course is just pain in one's own mind. It's suffering in one's own mind because it's the suffering and the illusion that people bought your bullshit to begin with or give a fuck anyway, right? When people are so worried about their own mask or their own bullshit, they don't give a fuck anyway. You can change right in front of their face and they may act surprised and then move along. Nobody gives a fuck. It's like the idea of 15 minutes, like, and then they've got ADD, right? And so of course they can clean that up, but it does feel like that idea of the statue, it's that thick and dense that it's like, it's almost worse than the statue. At least the statue is stable in that once you can break it and crack it, it can start to crumble. This is so thick and slimy. I feel like it's harder to slice through. It like moves. Do you know what I mean? Like it moves and remorphs or I don't know. I don't even know what this message is. I think you know why I get disturbed by these is because it has me like realize there are people like this in this world. And I have encountered some of them, but it makes me wonder how many more we've encountered. Do you know what I mean? Like, would you ever really know? Would you know? Right? If they're the, what do you call the liar? What do you call that? Pathological liar. Would you ever know that? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is why this is going to sound fucked up maybe, but this is why you have to be incredibly selfish. You have to love yourself so much that you're constantly honoring yourself and listening to yourself and listening to your intuition. Don't deny your intuition and don't doubt yourself and don't tell yourself you missed out on something. It's like keep living in the present moment and each moment dies the second you're in it. This is why you have to keep moving forward. That's why it feels like that dance. It's like you get to the present moment of peace and it's fleeting, it's dead. It's that dance of like living in the present moment and flowing forward, but going with that flow, not resisting the forward, not resisting the pushback, the pullback. Do you see what I'm saying? It's that awareness where we too tend to get stuck or sticky with the what ifs, but in doubting oneself. And it's like, you could have been dealing with a pathological liar. You could have been dealing with a serial killer. You could have been dealing with blah, 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 blah. You don't know. You don't need to know. You don't need to worry about it. You don't need to think about it. What you do need to do is continually loving you and staying aligned with you and staying in the present moment and enjoying what's happening in the here and now and keep moving forward into what feels good for you. Like building that intuition, building that trust with oneself, trusting oneself more and more. I had somebody come through the other day saying, "Do you trust me?" And I tilted my head and thought about it and was like, well, I can tell you this, I trust me, right? That's the truth of it. It's like, I don't know that it matters if I trust you or not anymore. It matters whether I trust me and stay aligned with me. So again, it can sound so cruel or mean, and it's like, I don't mean it that way at all. The best thing I can do for you and for me is to stay aligned with me, to love me, to stay truthful to me so that I can be truthful to you. Now, what you choose to do with that, whether you choose to be true or not, is all on you, right? But as long as I keep being true with me, then that means I'm always deciding for me. And so that means if I choose you, it's because I'm being true versus all this other manipulation tactics and games and fuckery that it's just tangled and dense and thick up in there. It's like, yeah, that's what I think it is. It's like I've been with too many people where I do have to untangle all the lies and ties, confusion and delusion. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like all the gaslighting, it's just such a mess that it's like, enough. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. It's like if I feel like I have to untangle your knots or figure it out, or if there's any confusion, you can keep it. You can keep your confusion. You can keep your delusion. You can keep your stuckness. You can keep your stickiness. You can figure it out on your own, just like I've had to figure plenty of my stuff out on my own, right? It's like, unless you're paying me to do that work, beat it. Like it's not, yeah. It's like if we can all get like that. I always think I'm talking to a woman audience, right? Like if we can all love ourselves so much that we're empowering ourselves, then we can. It's like love our men who are real men, who are authentic men, who know how to love themselves and honor themselves by standing true in what they want and not being these flimsy fish who you can't trust, these slimy snakes that are slipping and sliding all over the place, trying to manipulate or play games or morph or change. It's like, oh my God, who wants to deal with that? And trying to figure it out. And like, it's the fact that we're getting confused that, that's a problem. It's like the idea of like unconditional love does not confuse. And again, it's like as soon as I'm saying that, I'm like, but please go to a fucking professional who is on relationship advice. I'm not giving that. I'm giving you just my truth and my pure honesty and what I've discovered and found. And yeah, it does feel like that. You always have to say this is for entertainment purposes, and that, man, people can blow up their lives listening to other people. That's why I also tell you all the time, don't listen to me or anybody else. You got to figure out your own fucking truth. You got to go within. You got to love yourself. You have to figure it out. And it isn't easy because people can misinterpret so much, and they do end up blowing up their lives out of a misunderstanding they heard outside themselves. It's like, you heard outside yourself and you blew up what do you mean? You didn't consult with yourself? That's funny. They just had me say consult because I had a whole conversation with another energy that came through the other day. And it's like they wanted me to consult with them or share with them or something like that. And I was like, and I think they even asked, what was the question they asked? There was something. I think they said, well, didn't you ask your friends or didn't you get help or didn't you whatever? And I was like, what? No, I don't consult outside myself. I consult with myself. And if I have, a serious lover or boyfriend or husband or something like this that I truly respect and trust, then I would consider consulting at times. But no, 99.9% of the time, I am my own consultant. Doesn't everybody have to be? Doesn't it have to sit with you to make the decision? Right? It's like when we seek outside ourselves and consult with outside, oh boy. I remember for years I was doing that. I have shared that with you many times. And it was like, it's like seeking the approval, right? The justification it's like afraid to take the wrong action. And it's like, oh, you can't live like that. I've done that. I got to those states really to the point where it became a problem, It was like, this is insanity. This is insanity. Yeah. You have to not only consult yourself, but because you have to sit right within yourself. You have to be at peace within oneself. Nobody else is in there with you. So if you consult those outside yourself, they have no fucking idea what's going on inside of you. How the fuck are they going to know your answer? So you go do what they say, but you didn't consult inside yourself. How are you going to reconcile that within? How are you going to balance those scales out? It doesn't even make sense. Yet we do it. We do it all the time. Okay, I'm just going to go on and on. So thanks so much for tuning in and listening. You can now purchase an audio journey with me using the link below.